I bring you greetings from the Stay Strong Foundation. It's an organization that my business partner and I started a few years ago when my teen book came out, Stay Strong, Simple Life Lessons for Teens. Our motto is that if we don't give our kids time, the system will. It just, it just says it so very, very clearly that they need us in their lives. And so we set about really trying to provide them with internships, mentoring opportunities, the opportunity to shadow someone in a field that they thought that they might like to pursue. Because our kids are out there parenting themselves because their parents are unable to parent them for a variety of reasons. And so I just wanted to share that with you. And I really had wanted, there was something that I wanted to say to Weta about how much I really appreciate who she is and what she's doing. We just did recently meet. But when I saw something, her vision statement, now it was different language, but for me, what I saw was building networks to help those who are considered, quote unquote, the least of us, okay? To help them to feel that they matter. And I think that there's so many services that people are entitled to, but they don't feel, they move through their lives just feeling as if they don't matter. That people look right through you because you are not as accomplished as someone else. And I think that that's one of the reasons that so many of us, we haven't really named our pain. Mental illness is a major issue in our community. I think for so many of us, we haven't named it. We don't know what it looks like. We don't know what it feels like. We don't know what it sounds like because nobody ever talks about it. And so I just decided, after I had had a very, very severe bout of depression, could barely get out of the bed for about 9 months, what came out of that was me sharing my story in Essence Magazine, which resulted in this book. And it set me on a course. What I know is that when you go through the fire and you come out on the other side, that's when you find out what it is that you are supposed to do. That's why I wanted to say how much I really salute you for the trying to establish greater partnerships between, and when you weren't here, I was just saying that it's that building those networks that help those who are considered the least of us feel that they matter. To me, that's the most important thing. And each one of us in this room has the ability to transform somebody's life and spirit. When you are walking down the street, to look at somebody, to smile, to say hello. Sometimes they will turn around and try to figure out who you're talking to because surely you're not talking to me, especially if you are a young black male. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you don't matter. So, and I remember not too long ago when my dad was in the hospital, I was having a really, really tough day. I'm really mourning the loss of they're still with me on the planet, but I'm mourning the loss of who they were. So this woman that I didn't know from page 9 in the phone book just smiled at me when I came into the hospital and just said hello. And I was like, thank you, God, because it was really at that moment I needed that. So I really want all of you to really understand the importance of just acknowledging people because it makes a difference, really, really, really makes a difference. I wanted to say also that, our kids, the young people in our lives, they're really suffering. And some of us actually believe that young people don't have a right to be depressed. I've heard many, you've got all the things going on, I've tried to give you the best, and that what have you to be depressed about? And how wrong could that be? How wrong could that be? And perhaps, what I was saying, perhaps we haven't considered the following, that our kids learn from the very best. They learn from us. I think that we teach them a few things, and this is probably the most important thing that I will share with you, is that kids are smart as a whip. They don't miss anything. So if they live with us, work with us, or go to school with us, it's not like they can't tell we're crazy. They know. Y'all know what I'm saying? You know, don't you know? Okay, that's what I'm saying. They know. So the thing is, every single time, you got kids too? Yes, they know you crazy. Yes, they do. Yes. So it's when our kids say to us, Mommy, Daddy, Adult figure, are you sad? Are you angry? At the time that we say no, we're teaching our kids a few things. We're teaching them how to lie. We're teaching them how to wear the mask. We're teaching them how not to deal with their emotions. And we're teaching them also to second guess their intuition, because something told them that something was wrong. But this most high person in my life just lied to me because I know something is wrong. And then we don't teach our young people, when we lie and say everything is fine, we're not teaching them what we do when we fall down. They're supposed to be able to look to us for the answers. So yes, mommy's, daddy, whatever, is sad right now. And yes, I'm crying, and crying is a very healthy release. And when I'm feeling like this, I might go exercise. I might go write in my journal. I might ask God to order my steps. I might even go to a therapist. I might even be on medication. But if we don't step up and share ourselves with our kids, we are doing them a great injustice. A great, great, great injustice. Because we always want to be the strong ones, the ones who are not vulnerable. But to be able to ask for help is being strong. And I just want to say that we kind of need to reshape things. And all of us in this room have inherited the pain, the unresolved wounds and traumas and scars of our parents. You can't help that you pass it on to your kids, because that's what we do. And then there's so many things that we just don't talk about. We just don't talk about. And back in the days when we were enslaved as Black people, the only way that we could survive the horrific things that happened to us was to be silent, or else the slave master would inflict further harm on you. So silence was what worked for us. But the silence now is destroying our communities. We hold everything in. We've been taught to not tell anybody our business. And so it's the reason that we get sick all the time. The diseases that affect us disproportionately is because we're holding it inside, and it's really killing us. So I just encourage you, as you move through your lives and you uplift and support WIDA and this amazing foundation, is to come away from today with a different heart and a different spirit. Like, what is it that you can do to acknowledge someone? Are you taking the best care of you? And I'm talking to you because, you know, I've heard before this phrase once: the teacher teaches what the teacher needs to hear. I'm going through the fire. I got my mask on, like everybody in this room. We walk out of the door every day with a mask on, so many of us, smiling, laughing, pretending to be fine, and oftentimes we are dying inside. When you know that the life, strength, and spirit of others depends on your life, your strength, and your spirit, you have no right to be afraid, even if you are terribly afraid. So I wanted to share that with you, and a couple more things just to share with you as you walk out of here. Real power is when your presence, your actions, and words awaken something inside of people, influences them, and transforms their spirit. It means stepping into your name and surrendering to the Creator's purpose for your life, as this wonderful woman has done. It's about choosing your friends wisely, because people's spirits are transferable. It's about never comparing yourself to anybody else but to who you were last week, last month, last year. It's really about taking off a layer of the mask to share your journey with another for the sake of healing for both of you. It's knowing that every adversity that you experience, knowing that adversity is the breakfast of champions. You want to learn how to eat this stuff, because we learn to get nutrition from every attack or setback. I know that I can't be who I'm supposed to be until you become who you are supposed to be. Step outside your comfort zone every day. I think that if you don't get up with some butterflies in your stomach and they feel horrible, sometimes they make you feel like you're going to vomit. But if you don't get up with some butterflies in your stomach, I think it means that you're going through life being pathetic, or you're flatlining. There are people who go through an entire lifetime and they never have a butterfly in their stomach. How pathetic is that? Every day I get up, I'm scared about something. And I just say, thank you, God. I don't like how I feel right now, but I know you're getting ready to challenge me and help me to take my game to the next level. Have the courage to follow your heart. If not, spiritual suicide is death just the same. Remember that when you go through the fire, there is joy in the morning when you come out on the other side. Know that if you only live for yourself, then it only matters to you when you are gone. Know that real power is being to ask for help when you are the strong one that everybody else goes to. Realize that God or the creator or the universe, whatever it is that you believe, will give you the strength and the tools to do whatever extraordinary things that he or she asks you to do. Know that real power is about giving and receiving touch. There are many people who are locked up in prisons and mental hospitals because they cannot do either one. Give yourself permission to say no. No is a full sentence, and it's not against anyone else. It's about wanting to save you. Turn your mess into your message. Make today an I apologize day. You know who you need to say that to. That's all I'm going to say. I am learning to say I'm sorry. I'm learning to understand through the gift of therapy that I have anger issues that I didn't deal with and all that kind of stuff. But go and get help. If you need to talk about transitions in one's life, just go and get help. And so I just leave you with those words, and I hope that you've heard something that touched your spirit in some way. And I thank you very much, Rita, for the opportunity.